I had a talk with Joey after jiu-jitsu, you know, because one thing that I want him to understand, and one thing that everybody should understand too, a lot of times we get on a groove or we get in a roll on something and it's like, oh, we're doing good. And then it's like, okay, time to take a break. Mm-hmm. It's like, all right, well, how long is this break going to be? You know, because sometimes this break turns into like 6 months and then you're back to zero. Mm-hmm. And then next time you start, you're starting again from nothing.
Yeah. That's what irritates me.
And I told Joey, and you know, like Monday I got to get back to jiu-jitsu, and I've decided, I was like, Monday I'm starting again. My knee's been feeling way better. I'm going to start fighting. I'm going to start, like, it's time to start, you know, putting it in, you know? And I talked to Joey and I was like, dude, this week you've been on a roll. And it feels like, I'm like, how do you feel? How do you feel about your tests that you've gotten back from school? How do you feel about the stripe that you got in jiu-jitsu? Like, yeah, you got beat, but you were putting in the effort. Like, that's the thing, is that's what he has to, I got to talk to him about this too, is that it's not all about winning every fucking match.
Right.
You could do exactly what he did. Fight as hard as you can, get tired, and then just hang in there till the end. And you'll feel good about yourself, even though you lost the majority of the day, probably. Yeah. But then next time you hang in there a little bit longer, you fight a little bit longer. And then before you know it, you're making progress.
Yes.
And I told Joey, I'm like, you're on a roll right now. Let's keep this roll going. I was like, because just like you're on a roll, if you stop now, you'll go back to nothing. I was like, so we got to keep this going.